Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for Spoken and Heard Open Mic here at Kick Butt Coffee in Austin, Texas? I'm Ernie B, and here's your host, Hot Tamale, and the lovely Lawson Thought.
Oh, hello. Lane, Ernie, you might have to do it again. We didn't do our nice intro. I mean,
What?
you know our bump?
Oh, well, too late. We're already live.
We're kind of busy tonight, so we
Okay, we'll totally
Why is there this
drag the
Why
vibe
is there
down.
this fucking smiley face in front of my face?
A fucking smiley face.
And in case you didn't hear from that question, yeah, you can swear here.
Fuck yeah! Yes, you can swear at Spoken and Heard.
No, you can't.
So if your ears are a little delicate about that, sorry! No, I'm just kidding. What's happening, Kickbutt? You're about to witness the baddest open mic in the ATX. Spoken and Heard live every Sunday night at Kickbutt Coffee, Music, and Booze. That's right, this is not your average ordinary coffee shop. We do have a full bar. And behind the bar tonight, with her impeccable music taste, we have the Huntress, Quinn. Who will keep you fed, caffeinated, and
Buzzed.
But nothing says I love you to your bartender like tips. Tip your bartender. They need monetary love. Yes. And the specials tonight are mixed wells, $4.25. Get yourself something delicious and buzzworthy at the bar. Lost in Thought, what are you getting from the bar tonight?
Meat Trio Pizza. And I also got a chocolate mocha frap.
I get my usual. I get my Mexican Coke. It's delicious. It's caffeinated, and it makes me happy. Okay, so Lost in Thought. Do you want to outline any rules for the newbies that have not been here before? Oh wait, I think I might still have them.
I think
and they're on my phone.
I think you're better at that than I am because I'm trying to remember them right now.
Okay, well, if you have not been here before, it's either 2 pieces or 5 minutes. Like Ernie B said, we do have a full list, and if you want to get up and do some more, we might possibly be able to get you on the stage again. Possibly, but
also respecting the stage.
Yes, respect the performers up here.
Yep. I mean, like you can have. Like I've said before, I mean, audience participation is great, but read the room.
Yeah, exactly what he said. Read the room. And always buy something delicious from the bar. Support your local open mic because this is the reason why we're the longest running open mic in Austin. Hell yeah. It's because of you and it's because of Kickbutt. So let's keep it going.
No, it's because we're stubborn and we won't go away.
That too.
We have no life.
So if you want to get on stage, sing your song, dance your dance, strut your stuff, and dance better than His Majesty here, dear God.
I feel like the end of...
You are the rhythmless nation.
I feel like the end of Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. What's that name? What's the movie called?
To Wong Fu.
To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, yes.
Okay. Like I said, if you want to come off the stage, come over to Lost in Thought, me, Hot Tamale, or Ernie B behind the soundboard. Go over to Ernie B just so he can say...
We had the Meteors last night from the UK perform here. We had a really good show, great turnout.
Meteors.
Really cool band, really cool guys. Been doing it since the 80s, and they're still around. They're still
Psychobilly,
kicking.
right? Psychobilly?
Yes.
They were on it. And their drummer, the band before them, their drummer has been Joan Jett's drummer since the 80s, basically, the same drummer.
Basically, he's one of the Blackhearts.
Yeah, I can't remember his name for the life of me right now, but he's also played for just anyone who. He did the drums for White Wedding from Billy Idol. He was here last night playing.
What's going on over there by my stuff?
What?
Nothing. I see. Okay. I know.
It looks different from the stage.
I just saw like a little circle. It looked like a little murder of crows
Well,
going around.
there's people back here sitting.
Okay.
We got
All
a lot
right,
of people.
so Lost in Thought. Should we start the show?
Yes, before we start the show, I will say I have room for one more person.
Yes, so if you
Bruno-
want to get
Bruno
on the
Mars.
stage, go over to this virtual list right here. And Lost in Thought, bring them up. Who's first?
Of course, we have the Australian Lightning, Mr. Tom Moon, and Joe Broom.
It's on the mic stand over here. Oh, you need another cord. Hold on.
Anyone that's never been here before knows the invitation is to get up on stage right now. You get your own spot later on. Don't worry about it, but you can come up and join us and do anything you like. Strict rule. Come on. Leave your seats and come on up. And people just sit there thinking like it's television. We're just saying this. No. It's genuine. We've got 2 mics, no waiting, no delay. You can be expressing yourself rather than just consuming the oxygen. Yeah. You see? These people are addicts for free speech. They will not give up. So it all...
You got your beads, you got your balloons. Get your asses up there.
It was 13 years ago. Way back at the Triangle. There was another... there was another kick butt you've never been to. It didn't last long because there's no parking at the Triangle. Anyone that's ever been there knows that. But he decided, okay, let's start somewhere where we can expand a little bit. And this is it. Long ago when he was around, it was only half a town. We're over there, one stage. Tom Goering said, we need a place where we can expand. So this, which was part of another business, wall came down, and you're now sitting in the expanded town. And what you say, what game do you play in a place like this, apart from balloons and bubbles and free speech? It's the actual practice of tribal rituals of being together in one space and time like this. Another one else in solitary confinement, wrapped up in quarantine, sitting at home in their masks on, staring at a television screen. You're up here on stage. You came to play. You know you'll get your time. Looking forward to something today. 'Cause the past don't cut it, it never did. Can't live in yesterday. Paul McCartney is 82, they say. And they're watching him on 69 TV, saying, don't want to be him, but we want to be ourselves today. Now, if the legends of the past that fed our spark in the dark have vaporized into nostalgia enterprise, we say, we are here tonight, today. Let us play. Now, if this world was really a place of free speech and freedom of assembly, there'd be open mics all over Austin City, everywhere from north to south, from east to west. But this space is a sacred space for what's left of free speech, freedom of assembly. I'm not going to use 4-letter words like love or work. Yeah, but you know quite well you're entitled to. And when you stand up in this sacred space, you can say exactly what you want to. I was here yesterday. The owner, Tom Goering, said, I'm doing some photographic displays, and if you come very quick, you can eat the food that they're photographing. I like adventures like that. This place has adventures like that. So I was come here quicker than quicker. And it was real, of course. Over down the back, you've got 3 things on the shelf like that. Here in the front, the same deal applies. It's not your normal open mic where you can sit there and ignore each other all night. There's something vibrant about the fact that people are in constant conversation, their auras are colliding, and the sudden thing you find yourself here and you say, I'm so glad to be back. Back in black! Speaking of Back in Black, I was there when Bon Scott used to go to the Emma Coney restaurant in West Melbourne, and we'd order the same thing. We'd order cotoletta bolognese and minestrone soup for $4. You see, AC/DC, they never had any money. The only time they got money was when they were supporting other bands, Festival Hall and pubs all around Melbourne town. But Bon Scott, he was the best alcoholic I never knew. He had a sense of humor, Scottish to the core. And he would laugh, bon vivant, and he'd live his life. All of us found ourselves at that tiny little restaurant down there in West Melbourne town. They'd come in after the show and laugh around and drink till dawn. Those days are gone, like the days of Bon Scott. Ain't God. Can live in the past, but people really try to call upon the 60s as if it will take them through. The only times we've got are 2022. And now they say, the baton's in your hand, it's over to you. You know what to do. Let your fire start. We've all got luminaries who led the way before us. Fulminating in the heart of your art, you say, yeah, I'd like to be like them. But you know that no one's going to be like you, except you. What you gonna do when you stand here too? There is power in freedom of expression, none when you play repression. First person that you close down is the chakras shining that want to shine all over town, over you and you. You know what to do. So invoke the power of all your role models when you stand on the stage, looking forward to something new. It'll come from you. Welcome to you.
I like to do a cutaway shot of people leaving the stage and coming onto the stage.
All right, give it up for Tom Moonbird and the Airport Boulevard Experience.
There's got to be like, what, like 20 or 30,000 members in that band now?
By now, yeah.
If you joined the stage at any point in history with Tom Moon, when he does his opening number like that, you are a part of the band.
Automatically.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that movie about the Temptations. There's more ex-Temptations than actual Temptations. And by this time, what? Otis is the only one left? Anyway. Okay, Lost in Thought. Let's keep this dogie moving.
Yes.
So who's coming up next?
So, coming up next, returning to the stage, we have Maggie.
Woo!
All right. So I asked Tom today why he likes my poems so much, and he said it's because, well, they're about me. And so I live an interesting life, and I'm writing my poetry. This is a book I already wrote, and it was about my exploration of my sexuality and my dealing with being trans and my fight for equality and all those other things. So it's rather explicit and kind of gets graphic. However, it doesn't use profanity. I flew a long way to see my lover. Was it worth it? Yes and no. I allowed myself pleasure for a minute. At the cost of a long journey, hours without sleep, these long days drag on. Yet, was it worth the feel, the pain, to feel love, to be there with another human, carrying my need, to be with a woman so I can be myself, so I can keep telling myself I love Maggie? I can't do this. I must speak with her. She is my lover. She will not answer me. It is the curse of loving one who always there for a moment, then not. Speak not to her while I do time. I get on my final flight. One just hop, still sleep. Such nice sleep during my wait. I talk to my ex, hush words of encouragement, some of family, some of my new journey, all approving, so I head home, ready to sleep, to start my journey forth. I make it home, laying in my final slumber from this trip. I slowly move my hand. I feel the moisture, left over from the pleasure, driving me nuts. Then I stop. I'm not ready for the lady tonight. She is not. She is just too sore. I woke up this morning, still high from my journey, charged on sexual energy. I think to myself, it's time to find the love of myself, to treat myself to the pleasures of flesh. I had a long conversation. Hey guys, can you stop talking? I had a conversation with a future lover, many photos shared to help me pass the days till we shag. I'm grateful for my many desires have a face now as I slowly discover myself. I need a tardy affair, one where I just get it, no strings, maybe a dinner, a movie. With condoms, of course, so I respond to some random stranger. Too bad they all run scared when I tell them I'm in charge. It would be nice just to have sex and forget about it then.
All right, give it up for the powerful words of Maggie.
Man,
Yes.
her poems are just getting deeper and deeper.
And just remember what we said at the beginning of the show. Please respect the artists. If you want to continue a conversation, you're kind of throwing people off while they're on the stage. You move it out to the porch
Use your whisper voice.
or text something. Okay. Don't forget about the drink specials. Mixed Wells, $4.25. Get yourself something delicious and buzzworthy. Lost in thought.
So
Who's next?
we're actually returning to virtual land.
Well, we're not returning. We haven't gone there yet.
Yeah, we haven't gone there yet.
Actually, no, we're landing on virtual land.
That's better.
So coming up next, we have Mr. Birdman 313.
Please direct your attention to the monitors behind the bar. As I said before, it's on a little bit of a delay, but he will appear.
How's everybody doing? First of all, I just want to say you can find, I have 6 books on Amazon.com at Birdman313. I also have a YouTube channel with poems. Lost in Thought is in some of them. Andrew Stone is in some of them. Tom is also in some of them. So check out my YouTube channel, which is YouTube at author poet Birdman 31355. This first poem I'm gonna read is titled "Man in the Shadow." I became aware that I was not alone. Someone was with me, floating off into my deep thoughts, realizing he was there all the time from the beginning to the end. In the background, hiding in the shadows, he was never noticed. He didn't have a face. Times seemed simple until I caught a slight glimpse of a shadow that wasn't mine. I didn't quite understand the vision, so I ignored it like so many other times. Never did I imagine I would come face to face with him. Everything has a beginning and end, not knowing when he would show up. I turned around and there he stood in my shadow, like a vulture, watching each move and each step. The sun shines bright as my shadow stands tall. When the clouds move in over the sun, as I look around, I only see darkness. My shadow goes in and out with me, as does the man in the shadow. Together, we fade into darkness. And my second one is titled Dark Skies at Night. The moon has left the sky for a moment while the stars hide behind the clouds. Do you think they are taking a rest and frowning upon this troubled land called Earth? Night bears a view that has never ever been seen. Sometime we wish that the snow would fall to the ground so that the air would be cold. We dream of being somewhere else as nature does its work. We ask if man will awaken to see the damage he is doing. While maidens sleep and dream, the night air stirs them up from their slumbers during the troubles. Midnight searches for the swain of love, looking for anything to rejoice about. The night rains begins to cease. When nature speaks, poets awaken and listen for the lark to sing when a new day will dawn on this land. Thank you.
All right, give it up for Birdman 313. The former campaign manager of Reggie Goodwin. We're never going to let that go, Birdman. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
I think his people will talk to your people. You know, that's good.
No, it's good. He hasn't fired you because
Okay.
you got something on him, I bet.
Yeah, that's true. All righty, and don't forget about the drink specials. Mixed 12s, $4.25. There's also some deliciousness to be had in the little cold case right in front of the bar. Sodas, muffins. I see some carrot cake and yin yang cake, which I lovingly nicknamed Death by Chocolate, which it really is. I'm a chocoholic, and it takes me a couple days to finish. It's that good. Have some potato chips on lime. Okay, Lost in Thought. Who is next?
So, coming up next, we have Mr. Gentle Dragonia.
Woo!
Hey. Can I pull this? Yes. She does come loose. Okay. This is a special night for a couple of reasons. One is that this is the 33rd year after Salvador Dali's demise. He died on January 23rd, 1989. The second reason is because I arrived in Austin from Arkansas on January 23rd, 009, which was 13 years ago. So this is my 13th anniversary of being an Austinite. I said thank you. And you could think what you want about Salvador Dali. I've heard that he was a sociopath, and mayhap he was, but he did contribute a lot to the artistic world. So, yeah. And as far as I know, he never killed a fucking biped, so that's good. Anyway, this is a song I wrote. This is the lyrics of a song I wrote called Rapture. Echoes bounce soft off the walls of a tired falling maze of thinking. Brilliant be the lights of dawn in a timeless colored world dreaming. In the heart of madness breeding, a new creature stands alone, pure in thought and all transcendent, inviting us all back home into the realm that's never moving and yet still moves us all. After it's all done, you'll stand there, your mind blown wide in a state of awe. Now, into I already said that, didn't I? Drunk? Drunk I might be. Yes, drunk I might be. Now, listen closely. What you're hearing is the promise which was gave us back when. Keep your head up. It's not fun now. The manifestation of a world in Zen. Thank you.
All right, give it up for a gentle Dragona. And props on the Dead Kennedy shirt. Hell yeah.
Yes.
I swear. Oh God, yes. All the punk rock band stickers in the toilet.
I did sound for the Dead Kennedys one time.
You did?
Mm-hmm. In Weslaco at the city park.
Oh wow. What I want to know is what twist of fate got them to Weslaco.
I will quickly say.
Yeah, that's my hometown. It's small.
I will quickly say that a Dead Kennedy makes me think of the line "Welcome to the Revolution," which is from the movie Dead Presidents. But I will leave it at that.
And I think the Nixons played too. I'm not too sure.
Okay, I was about to say lost in thought. So did you bring your crickets with you this week?
They're in my phone somewhere.
Okay, cool. So who's coming up next?
Oh, before I do,
cricket app.
Before I do, I have to inform everyone that the list is now closed. That is the first time this has ever happened here at Kickbutt that we've had the closed list so early.
Yeah, I know that's saying something because there's a lot of performers.
Yes.
That's why I'm trying to get lost in thought to come on, let's go.
And, you know,
go.
and,
Why had
and,
to
and,
inform people of that first?
and usually I'll tell the musicians that not to play a cover song, or they can play a cover song, but I have to mute it on the stream for copyright reasons.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, Friday we had a drag show, a drag/punk rock show, right?
Ooh, that sounds fun.
The performers they danced to recorded music, of current artists, and it didn't dawn upon me until the show actually started, and then we got hit with 3 copyright claims from Sony and Warner Brothers and all this. But then at the same time, before the show was even over, they retracted those claims and left everything online. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, if you play a cover song, have at it, because
Oh wow.
yeah,
okay.
I'm not gonna mute it anymore because
Are you serious?
yeah. Well, at least I'm gonna try it this week. If someone plays a cover song and if they don't flag us or nothing, then so be it.
Rock and roll.
Nice.
All right.
All right, so we are returning to Virtual Land,
Who
and
is
let's hear it for Clint the Poet.
Clint the Poet.
Please direct your attention to the monitors behind the bar, and Clint will show up in about 30 seconds.
Hey, everybody. All right, so I got a couple of pieces here, and this first one is called Train Interruption. When I was a boy, some nights I could hear the train whistle blowing in the distance. It screamed from afar with persistence. It would wake me from my slumber like waking to the sound of a distant rolling thunder. As I laid in bed looking out my window, I couldn't help but wonder, where is it going? Like the train whistle keeping me awake, I couldn't fall back asleep from the curiosity of not knowing. Its remote, haunting sound completing the ambiance of the night. A soundtrack playing in the background, providing the dramatic music to the empty street, the still houses, the parked cars, and the street lights. I didn't mind that I woke up from the train's blast. I loved the sound of the rhythm coming from the train pounding along the tracks. It echoed through the night like memories echoing from a distant past. As I continued to stare out the window, the sound would soon fade. The train moving further away, bringing its music to someone else's window, having another audience for which to play. I'd roll back over and close my eyes, drifting back to sleep, cracking a smile as I soon began to dream, thankful for the brief moment when I was awakened by the train's whistling scream. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And this second piece is called Always Have, Always Will. I know I failed you, and I sincerely apologize. I said that I'd always be there for you, then broke that promise with lies. I didn't mean to hurt you. The problem was I wasn't being good to myself, but that's still no excuse. I broke a promise that I made long ago, that I'd take care of you, to always treat you with love and kindness, and to never let you go. I wanted to be there for you, I really did, I mean that. But I allowed myself to fall victim to my own insecurities, and so I fell flat. I was selfish, so caught up in feeling sorry for myself that I wound up forgetting about you altogether. I know I promised you that I'd love you forever, but instead broke your heart time and time again. I treated you like a stranger rather than a best friend. If I had only not ignored my issues and dealt with what I was going through, if I just could have learned how to forgive and love myself, then I could have loved you too. I was lost for so long, and I know you were still there waiting for my love, and I kept saying later, I promise, but never came through, and I know now I was wrong. I heard you crying out for me, saw you reaching out for me, but I had no self-worth and thought that the best thing to do was just keep making empty promises and just continue to wander the earth alone. By doing this, I committed a great sin against you, against me, for which I am now ready to atone. I'm sorry. I know how much by ignoring me, I ignored you. Yet through it all, you remained my friend in spite of all the pain I caused. It wasn't until recently, after hitting rock bottom, that I finally was able to pause and reflect on what it is that I have done. I'm better now. I've begun at last to learn how to forgive myself, and I've started treating myself with peace, love, and kindness for the first time in a long time. I'm sorry that it took me this long to realize that by not treating my pain, that I was also inflicting pain on you, old friend of mine. I no longer will give you false promises to break your heart. I'm ready to begin treating you with the love you deserve, the love I should have given you from the start. And thank you. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for faithfully waiting on me patiently. I am ready now to make good on my promise, a promise long waiting to be fulfilled. And so today, I can confidently look at you in the mirror and say, I love you, old friend. Always have, always will. Thank you.
Woo! All right, give it up for Clint the Poet.
I really felt that piece that he did. It was awesome.
I like the first one. That always reminded me when I was little. And yes, we had a station wagon exactly like the Brady Bunch, believe it or not.
Like the one that's parked outside.
Well, similar to that, but ours wasn't a Woody. It was just a plain, what do you call it? Chevy Impala, 4-door. That thing could pull a pop-up camper.
Yeah,
It
those
had some
things have like
horsepower.
454s in them.
But anyway, whenever, and no seatbelts, no child seats, no restraints, we'd be rolling around the back. A lot of fun. But whenever we were at intersections or whenever my dad was on the interstate, we would see like 18-wheelers and we'd be in the back going like this. And then they honk, yeah! We get all excited. Or between that and like what Clint was talking about, the trains, made me think about, hey, it's the caboose! It's the caboose! I'm sorry, I'm a goofy kid.
They don't have cabooses anymore.
No, not anymore.
No, that's awesome.
They don't have any cabooses.
And when they did away with them, the caboose engineers they
Lost their jobs.
Well, they were protesting. But they really couldn't go on strike. It was like they were like, go ahead and go on strike. We're getting rid of your position. It's like, but a lot of guys did lose their jobs.
That sucks.
But
But yes, thank you, Clint. Always, I sound like I'm echoing. Always quality work from you, Clint. Thank you so much.
Oh, I love you guys. Thank you.
All right, Lost in Thought. Who's coming up next?
Well, a voice that I've been looking forward to.
Really?
Let's hear it for Andrew Hornman.
Woo!
Hi, everybody. It's weird following a good poet and then just taking a big shit doing comedy. Okay, cool. You laughed at that. I feel weird not swearing. Whatever. Boy, it's gonna get rough soon. We'll start easy, cause when you fist, what am I saying? Like you have to start with the pinky before you have to work the audience. And what I'm doing is I'm working it. This is not a comedy club. This is okay. My friend, well, not friend, my roommate, she's not a friend. She got arrested for biting her brother's finger. And yeah, that's fun. Anyway, but she bit his finger, and I was witness, and she got arrested. Like I don't know, like she had a record for meth or whatever. But and then when she came back from jail, she was just insulting. She was like, "You're a loser. Like you have no car, you have a shitty job, you're single, and the only thing going for you is comedy." And I said, "Thank you." Cause what? I'm like, "You're not wrong." I'm like, this is insane. I'm missing, like, I just like talking to random people. Like, I'm very much, like, I hate, but everybody, like, hates the pandemic and wants to go out. Like, I miss the days of jury duty. Like, I loved jury. Like, I'm the only person that was excited when they had, first time I had jury duty, I was excited. I was like, this is great. Like, why are people sad? Like, I get off work. Like, I had a job that would pay me to go to court, and I wasn't, like, it was great. Like, and what's exciting was I had a murder trial. I'm like, this is like TV? Like, yes. And the guy was very, like, the defense attorney was very dramatic. He was all like, murder in the, this is my butch voice. It was like, murder in the first degree. This is serious. And he shows the picture of the dead body, and I'm like, oh my God, I was just taking it in. He's all like, this is serious. And what you have to know is that it's not going to be like what you've seen in the movies. And I'm like, that's exactly what they would say in the movies. Like, I was like so like excited. I was like, oh my God. And I looked at the guy who like accused, and I was like, ooh, he has this, I think he did it. You know, he had a look about him, you know, not white. I know, hi, look around, there's no black person here. And that's a reason here, because Austin sucks. Okay, so look, that was a racist thought, and I'm gonna sit in it. And and that was weird, because I was like, oh man, that was racist of me. And then I realized something very profound. It's only racist if you consider them people. Yeah, look. I know everybody has racist thoughts, and if you're not racist, you're a monster and deserve to die and not a person. See how that logic works. Thank you, Tom. I know everybody just like, ooh. I had them, and then you were like, ooh.
He went there.
Yeah, it works better in Houston. For obvious reasons. Austin is in denial. There is white denial, like, about the racism. They're like, I'm not racist, I'm Christian. Or I'm a good person. I don't see, it's kind of like, you know, like a Jedi trick of just gaslighting. They're like, it doesn't exist. I'm a good Christian, or I'm Jewish. Jews love to say that. I know, look at me. man, it's just like, I'm not racist. Like, yeah, you were part of a Holocaust that, like, you're part of a genocide that, like, people cared about because you were white. Like, I know, like, how's he gonna get himself out there? I'm not. Just look in the mirror, realize that you're racist. Like, look, I'm half Mexican, and I only say that when it's convenient. And I was born with white, and I'm white passing, and I was like Christian, and like if I wasn't gay, I think I would be more racist. My parents loved me more, and I like. Yeah, I know. If my parents, like, if it was like this, that's why I have notes. This is like a whole bunch of new material, and I knew it was gonna be hard. So let me, like, not getting paid. Okay, half Mexican. Oh yeah, fuck. We're gonna hold on. Okay, well, we're already going down this rabbit hole, so let's. Thank you, Tom. You're encouraging. You're like, I like the awkwardness. I'm going to go to sleep in this. Like me just throwing stuff at you. Okay. We were raised, Yeah, I was just born, like, and I hate that I'm attracted to white, like, men, like, white, blue-eyed, buff. I'm like, like I jerk off to like Instagram photos and it's just like, and I hate watching the progress pictures. I'm like, that's not real progress. Real progress is giving quinoa bowls to people on the street. Like I mean, I wouldn't jerk off to those pictures, but like this is like, and I'm like born misogynist. Like, even though I'm gay, like, I was born misogynist. Like, I believe, like, I wasn't allowed to have emotions. Emotions were only meant for women to make men feel bad. I know, this is getting way too preachy. No, this is, I could feel the turning on me. This is too much. It's kind of bad. Thank you. No, look, oh yeah, this is fun. I wish there was a part of me that wishes I was straight, just so I could start hitting women. I know. Look. Thank you guys so much. This is me bombing, kind of. Bye-bye.
All right, give it up for Andrew Horniman. Woo.
You know, I was on Jury Duty one time. It wasn't for a murder case, but it was for a large banking company. They didn't tell us what bank it was, but what had happened, someone hacked their accounts, and people lost like millions and millions of dollars.
Ouch.
Yeah, and so the clients were suing the bank for their money back. So when they were questioning us, they wanted to know if we had any computer-related, history or problems or whatever, right? And when it came to my turn to talk, I told them, well, I would make music with computers and stuff. And the attorney was like, really? And then I go, yeah. And I was explaining how I did it. And then he goes like, you mean so anyone with a computer can make music? I'm like, well, you got to be good. And the potential jurors all cracked up.
Oh my God.
Needless to say, I didn't make the cut.
You gotta be good. Oh well. Ladies and gentlemen, our socially inept engineer, Ernie B. Thank you. Woo! Yeah. He's good at what he does, ergo he has absolutely no life.
I have no life. This is it.
So I'm gonna do the job that I've been assigned tonight and move things along.
Oh.
Yeah, well, fuck you, man.
Love you. Kisses.
Okay. Go ahead.
So we're returning to Virtual Land. And let's hear it for Jonathan Carlson.
Jonathan!
Please direct your attention to the monitors behind the stage. I mean, behind the bar. I wish I had monitors behind the stage. Jonathan.
Okay, I'm going to read first a poem by Tom Moon, and then I'm going to read a short one that I've written. This is called Summon Your Spirits. If they come, it is good, flow. If they do not, it is also good, drought. Call you further. If it refuses, you must live in this moment, evoke the past. If it comes, you can remember. If it refuses, you will forget. Call creation into being. If it comes, you are art. If it does not, you are attempt. Step into this moment. Conjure it into being. It is already here. You are already here. Form is essence, is soul, is spirit, is you. Calling for yourself to hear this call. Thanks, Tom. That was a good poem. And the next one, let me bring it up, is a short one of mine. Okay. This is called Do You Believe in Ghosts? It is very shallow to hate the unknown and disavow who's not yet shown, whilst the unknown be knowing you and I. Morality is not a myth. Do you believe in ghosts, my friend? In the end, beginning again? Thank you.
That was awesome.
All right, give it up for Jonathan. I will be the first to say, from a purely scientific point of view, yes, I believe in ghosts. And I will tell you why. Because think about it. When your heart stops, you get started up again with electricity, right? So when you die, I think the soul is like electric. In my opinion.
But see, I'm an engineer, and I can,
I know.
you know, zeros and ones.
He'll tell me my EMT. What do you call it? Not EMTs. Electro. The meters. The meters that read electricity. What's it called? EMF. Thank you. He's like, that's no way that can work on your phone. Okay, whatever.
The phone. How's your phone gonna all of a sudden sense ghosts with an app?
Well, it's sensing electricity.
But how? They don't build that into your phone and not. I mean, it would come with the phone already.
Then how come when I put it next to the TV, it goes up?
That's RF.
Electricity.
That's RF interference. That's not a sensor.
Bob.
Because the phone generates a.
All right, more to discuss later.
I was gonna
Lost in
say-
thought. On with the show.
So yes, we're returning to our stage. We have Mr. Joe Broom.
The Broom Blues.
The very tall Joe.
6 even.
Oh.
That's the ghost electricity I need right here. Let's see what this sounds like to y'all. Rain clouds rinse off this good old town. If you get it clean, maybe I'll stay. Dirty water down the drain. And she likes the rain. Rain clouds, go ahead and paint it black. I know someday soon blue is gonna be right back. And falling water keeps me sane. And she likes the rain. Somewhere out there, people know what I want to know. And someday, some way, I'm gonna find them. Rain clouds, may I watch you change the sky. You move me in my brain. I see it pushing, yeah, like a subway train. And she likes the rain. She said she likes the rain. She's looking out of her doorway, and she can taste the screen, and she can smell the rain, and I know what she means. She likes the rain. She said she likes the rain. Rain clouds, blow away the worn out air. Blow in a nice cool breeze from where they have a lot to spare. Breeze on down and cool my brain. And Cindy loves the rain. She said she loves the rain. She said she loves the rain. Somewhere out there, people know what I want to know. And someday, some way, I'm gonna find them. Thank you. That was about Cindy Wright. Should have married her. This one right here is about swimming. My favorite thing is swimming. My favorite thing is swimming, 'cause it's the closest thing to flying. I swim with sharks if I have to, 'cause swimming's worth the chance of dying. I like to do my laps alone. I almost never hit the ropes, but I careen across my lane though, thinking thoughts and dreaming hopes. And then I hear a pleasant voice, and you say, "Hey there, excuse me." And then you gesture with your hands like you're gonna dive into me. And I can share a lane with anyone if we have half a brain. We could even fix the world. I gesture you into the water, and I move over to one side. Pay attention where the rope is, because my space is half as wide. I'm swimming just as well, though, sometimes smiling as you pass. I don't care much for your splashing, but I'm checking out your ass. Then we talked about the water, and we meet some other times. And then you kissed me with your lips wet, and of course I didn't mind. And I can share a lane with anyone if we have half a brain. We could even fix the world. And so we have some healthy kids, and they will share their little swim spot. We don't like the same food, but we share our shiny ice box. We don't have any religion, but the neighbors do next door. And when they invite us over, we'll try bowing on the floor. We don't like that school attendance, so we join the PTA. And if that school board doesn't listen, well, at least we'll have our say. But if our wishes are important, we will take them to our town. And you will make a lovely web page. We will spread the word around. And if we have to go to Congress, I will take my new guitar. And by the time we meet our leaders, they'll have heard of who we are. 'Cause we are starting grassroots movements. We are jamming with our friends. And we are setting good examples until our swimming session ends. And we can share a lane with anyone if we have half a brain. We could even fix the world. Woohoo! Thank you.
I told you he was tall.
Oh my God.
Let's hear it for Joe Broom.
A touch of the old Austin with Joe Broom. Woo! I swear, I could almost hear him busking on a corner with that song. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Yes, you need to. Unless, of course, the Popo comes after you on that, which...
Didn't they ban that for a while?
Yeah, they did.
But they repealed it, right?
That I don't know. Because I remember we follow a guy on Facebook. We worked with him before. His name is Larry Fowler. Am I right on that? Ernie, the bagpipe player.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Larry. And
Sorry, I was reading the chat over here.
he actually got in trouble for busking on the streets of Fredericksburg. So I don't know whether it pertains to Austin too.
Well, it was a bagpipe.
I have no problem with bagpipes.
It's a joke. That's a bagpipe joke. He even makes bagpipe jokes.
Oh, I love it because we were once talking to him, and he said that he was playing on a street corner, and a girl was like trying to look under his kilt. She kept like skirting. He's like, "Ma'am, I'm 65. You're not going to see much under there."
God.
Oh. Don't know, man.
I mean, not everyone that wears a kilt looks like that muscled-out janitor on The Simpsons.
Okay, I could see that. Thank you.
Weth Miller?
The muscle-bound janitor from The Simpsons.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Weth Miller. I'm not sure if I'm saying her first name right.
What?
Is watching from home. Couldn't be there tonight, but I'm enjoying watching from home. Thanks.
Hello, watching from home. Who's watching?
Weth, Wyeth.
Isn't that the name of a
Miller?
prescription company? Wyeth?
Wyeth Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're watching from
Cool.
home.
Hey. All right. Don't forget about the drink specials, $4.25 mixed wells. Go get yourself something delicious and buzzworthy. I'm looking at Birdman. He's cracking up at something obviously I
Oh,
missed.
yeah, that's on a delay.
Oh,
he was
okay.
laughing at the bagpipe thing.
Oh, okay.
The kilt thing.
Okay, like. Do they march?
Yeah, they do.
Especially in like police parades and stuff.
Yeah, well, they do. They traditionally they have bagpipes at like funeral processions for law enforcement and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We're Scots, man. It goes way back better than that. In Salado, they have a big festival every year with beautiful lassies dancing across swords and all kinds of. But they march because it's harder to hit a moving target.
There used to be at San Antonio.
I was just thinking of cowboys because cowboys have lassos and they can rein things in. So I'm just gonna say
And well, before you bring this up, in San Antonio, I don't know if they still have it. They have the folk festival.
Yeah, the folk life.
And they used to have bagpipers playing there.
Okay, let's give Lost in Thought a saucer of milk meow. Who is coming up next?
So, we are returning to virtual land. Great. Next up was Reggie Goodwin.
Goodwin 2024 hashtag.
Please direct your attention to the monitors behind the stage. I mean, behind the bar. I keep saying the stage.
New shit. The defeated. McConnell, Grassley, Shelby, Crapo, Collins, Burr, Inhofe, Graham, Thune, Cornyn, Blackburn, Blunt, Bozeman, Capito, Moran, and Wicker. 16 senators voted for the 2006 reauthorization of the Voting Rights Act. The vote in the Senate was 98-0. These 16 still serve in the Senate. In 1982, Senator Grassley both voted for and co-sponsored the VRA reauthorization because playing nice with constitutional norms wasn't painful then. Go to senate.gov and count the number of motions filed or filibusters recorded. 57 to 58, 0. 67 to 68, 6. 77 to 78, 23. 87 to 88, 54. 97 to 98, 69. 2007 to 2008, 139. 2017 to 2018, 201. 2019 to 2020, 328. 2021 to 2023, 181 and counting. They've lost 8 of the 9 last presidential elections in the popular vote contest. 50 Republican senators represent 43 million fewer Americans than Democrats. It's not a mystery why they favor the Electoral College and the filibuster. It's math. Other than tax cuts for billionaires, what have they accomplished? They are themselves typically multimillionaires from states with the lowest life expectancies, educational outcomes, poorest infrastructures. Their voter base is the white racist proletariat whipped up on echo chambers of bullshit, promising the wealth of trickle down that is 42 years they've been played and clowned because it doesn't exist. Their real constituents are the descendants of plantation oligarchs. The filibuster came in 1806. It was meant as a check on the majority in power. It's not sacrosanct or spelled out in our founding documents. Moscow Mitch abused it beyond recognition, both relics of the Jim Crow era. Moscow's family got its wealth on the back of my ancestors. He's keenly not enthusiastic about reparations. It's true, he didn't personally own slaves, but he's determined to keep a Derek Chauvin knee on the neck of the poor and depraved. Charity is love in action. None of this exists in Republican factions, from hedge fund Mitt to QAnon shamans. Instead of fishes and loaves, they often give the poor a bag of stones. Clarence Thomas, Ben Carson, Herschel Walker, Tim Scott are step and fetch window dressing. We can't be racist, they say, beaming proudly. Look at our pets. The gang of Putin are performance artists, less concerned with legislation than lining their own pockets, more concerned with pumping racism that raises the endorphins of fascists, stochastic terrorists shouting fire in crowded theaters, blocking escape exits, then denying their obstructionists. 7 states sent slate of fake electors to the Electoral College in violation of federal election laws. Craven McCarthy's not cooperating with the January 6th committee, big surprise, when he initially said he would, blaming the previous loser for the Capitol violence in the aftermath of January 6th, as did a shaken Moscow Mitch. Leningrad Lindsay said it was a hell of a ride in the well of the Senate after recoiling from QAnon domestic terrorists. He and Craven kissed the ring of Dumbo Gambino at Mar-a-Lago because they know their party has lied to its electorate in right-wing echo chambers, birthed and incubated by nursemaids Rush Limbaugh and Rupert Murdoch, making their riches off propaganda, lies, and hate. The country is younger, browner, less cisgender. Women are delaying childbirth, putting careers first. Opposition to abortion rights isn't about the fetus, it's for oligarchs, reducing female competition. When the visible world was Leave It to Beaver, My Three Sons, Ozzie and Harriet, the rest of us were on the back of the bus, single mothers working 2 jobs, picking tobacco, fruits, and vegetables, living in lead water pipe ghettos or in the closet. They are the defeated. We can smell their fear. They have no agenda except to pump the algorithms of angst, hate, and fear. Moscow Mitch, hedge fund Mitt, Leningrad Lindsay, who said, the demographics race we're losing badly. We're not generating enough angry white guys to stay in business for the long term. Every dirty trick, every closed voting precinct, every law making it illegal to hand food and water to voters waiting in long lines that themselves should be illegal are acts of desperation by afraid cisgender white billionaires who knows a more perfect union, a simple step that would lead to equality, employee unions, wealth redistribution, and reparations, universal health care to handle a pandemic, reversing the flow of the Hoover vacuum cleaners their lawmakers and lobbyists attach in each of our back pockets to siphon our assets. To paraphrase a Ulysses S. Grant quote, there are but 2 parties now, fascists and patriots, and I want hereafter to be ranked with the latter, and I trust the stronger party. You're tired, I know, but democratic republics come and go, and this one is on a slippery precipice, facing the maw of dystopian governance. Think of a national amalgamation of the states led by Greg Abbott and Ron DeSantis at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, nightmarish. Or an American frontline quack doctor as Surgeon General prescribing hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin on the coronavirus herpes simplex type 10 variant. At that point, we'll wear out the Greek alphabet, make calls to voters and representatives, knock on doors, run for local office. The armed terrorists at school board meetings are there because they're scared shitless of you and of what real democracy looks like. Everyone focuses on the presidency because it sounds so sexy. A quarterback nor a president can score a touchdown or push an agenda with a group of 11 different members running in 11 different directions. Be the ground troops. Stay focused. Stop looking for the avatar in E pluribus unum. We have to be the many who become one. To quote President Barack Obama, We are the ones that we've been waiting for. Make the oligarchs fret and gasp. The future is within our grasp.
Damn. Let's hear it for Richard Goodwin.
Hashtag Goodwin 2024.
Hell yeah.
And he'll get there despite Birdman.
And I'm still his campaign manager. Huh? I'm still his campaign manager.
I haven't fired you, Birdman.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but do you
I
know
who
where,
it is.
Reggie, do you know where your campaign funds
He
went?
mad because I'm getting all the money.
Do you know where your campaign funds went?
Huh?
I mean, honestly, he is on a plane every other weekend. I mean, come on.
For those of you who don't know, after he collects enough money, he like disappears for a few weeks,
He really does.
goes off to Cancun or Hawaii.
Especially Vegas, where it's legal. Nudge, nudge. Wink, wink. Uh-huh. Look at that shit-eating grin. Oh, he disappeared now. There we go. All right, Lost in Thought. Who is coming up next?
Coming up next.
Coming up.
Serenading us next, we have Mr. Andrew Stone.
There we go. Let's make sure I am in here. There we go. I will take whatever guitar you have in the monitor. I'll turn that shut up. I could take more guitar in the monitor if you got it.
Is that better?
Ooh, beautiful. There we go. All right, this is a newer one of mine. This is a true story about those late night drives to Houston, seeing the yellow refinery glow in the distance and thinking about life. This is called Where You Can Go. Hope you like it. Dark and distant things are glowing as I'm driving through the nighttime weight of unknowing. Now I don't wanna think about all these changes. No, I don't wanna think about growing up. Who's to say where you can go when you come from nothing? Who's to say who you can be when you come from nothing at all? Yeah. Dark and distant things are glowing. So I'm driving through the nighttime weight of unknowing. No, I don't wanna think about all these changes. No, I don't wanna think about growing up. Well, who's to say where you can go when you come from nothing? Who's to say who you can be when you come from nothing at all? We broke the stereo a dozen times, standing in the flower bed, forts for the army men. Listen as the crickets scream, the grass is growing tall. Well, who's to say where you can go when you come from nothing? Who's to say who you can be when you come from nothing at all? Things we can't tell mom and dad. I'm burning all the little secrets in my hands. Things we can't tell mom and driving my time oh too fast. The yellow glow, it guides me home. Who's to say where you can go? The yellow glow, it guides me home. Who's to say where you can go? Dark and distant things are glowing as I'm driving through the nighttime weight of unknowing. No, I don't want to think about all these changes. No, I don't want to think about growing up. You could find me on Instagram, maybe, if you like. I don't know. Andrew Stone Sound. I play out often. I'll try to. Cool. Hey, I'm just following the rules. They said one song or 5 minutes, so, you know, hey.
Oh, 2 songs.
Oh, I thought it was...
Yeah, I'll play another one.
Shit. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell Andrew that looked just like my new
I
bass
love it.
guitar.
Sunburst. Okay, one more. I'll do this one. This is also a true story. This is called Skyline. Hope you like it. It's a bit more of an upbeat one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Driving 3 hours just to see you. Same night driving back because you need the distance. I don't care cause your sweet silky skin is exactly what I needed. Looking for your place heading on town center. Buzzing at the gate cause I forgot your number. Parking on the roof for a little skyline that changes every time. Oh, I need it one more time every night. Sweet silky skin's on fire. I need it one more time every night. Sweet silky skin's on fire. I know somehow we're gonna be together. Doesn't need to be so complicated. No, you're making such a beautiful life that changes every time. You are a little skyline that changes every time, every time. Last, they turned the bank into a coffee shop right across from Imperial Sugar. Tonight they said that they were closing early, so we made our way to Jupiter. And no, I need it one more time every night. Sweet silky skin's on fire. Oh, I need it one more time every night. Sweet silky skin's on fire. I know somehow we're gonna be together. Doesn't need to be so complicated. No, you're making such a beautiful life that changes every time. You are a little skyline that changes every time, every time. Last time you knew me, we were looking for adventure. Was driving the vibe and you had the sky. We were looking for the rooftops, baby, just to find our telescope nights. And oh, I need it one more time every night. Sweet silky skin's on fire. Oh, I need it one more time every night. Sweet silky skin's on fire. I know somehow we're gonna be together. Doesn't need to be so complicated. No, you're making such a beautiful life that changes every time. You are a little skyline that changes every time. Driving 3 hours just to see you. Same night driving back because you need the distance. I don't care cause your sweet silky skin is exactly what I needed. I'm looking for your place hidden on town center. Buzzing at the gate cause I forgot your number. Parking on the roof for a little skyline that changes every time. And you are a little skyline that changes every time. You are a little skyline that changes every time. Every time you are a little skyline that changes every time, every time. Ooh, thanks, Al. Ernie, that sounded great up here. Thank you. Man.
Let's hear it for Andrew Stone.
Andrew Stone, or Ernie B. How do you do it?
Andrew Stone. You know, me and Hatma were just saying it's so great that we think we have so many people like so much great talent.
I know. And see, sometimes I feel like
Incredible.
Sometimes I feel like a mother hen, especially when a performer comes up and goes, "I've never done this before. I don't know. I don't know. What do I expect?" And I was like, "It's okay. We're actually a pretty nice crowd here. We're not savage. We're not like, boo, you suck. Go home." We're not like that. We're not like that. I mean, like,
unless that's part of your piece.
Well, this is true. This is true. Because I actually once had one girl, and that was on the old stage. She was so nervous, she turned around and performed to the back of the stage. Mm-hmm. But she did it. But she did it. She did it. And what I always tell people, as soon as you get up here, you're going to want to get up here again. Guaranteed.
It's intoxicating.
It's a drug. I remember in the early days before I was even a host, I'd get pissed if I couldn't get on the stage 2 times. I'd be just like, "Oh, son of a bitch."
Yeah, when I still lived in the Valley, she would call me like mad because they didn't pick me to go on the breed today. Blah, 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 blah.
I only did one poem, damn it. Yeah. That was me. Okay, Gemini. All right.
And next up, I think we have a new voice.
Oh, wait. Gentle. Thank you, sir. All right, what were you saying, Lost in Thought?
Well, before we had our impromptu feature, we have a new voice.
Oh. New voice.
Let's hear it for Miss Nadine.
All right, let's see how this works. I've always been here. Ain't my fault, you couldn't tell. I'm in my side of this world, learning trees and sniffing the smell. If Earth was my mother, she must be living hell. If we were once brothers, could I be free as well? 'Cause we both crawled out of the ocean, but still I feel this endless devotion. Am I crazy? Did I drink some kind of potion? You're better than me, that's the notion. If Earth was my mother, oh, I would ask why she wanted my brother. Was I enough 'cause she wanted another? Doesn't mind as one of us suffer. You wonder why I look away when you turn to me and say, pull yourself together, life ain't easy either way. You forget I'm still in this war, it's always at my door. I can't just look outside, I might notice all the horror. 'Cause we both crawled out of the ocean, but still I feel this endless devotion. Am I crazy? Did I drink some kind of potion? You're better than me, that's the notion. If Earth was my mother, I would ask why she wanted my brother. Am I enough 'cause she wanted another? And his mind is one of us of us. Thank you very much. I guess I could do one more. This one's for your own good. beautiful as it's been. You can't forget the pain long enough to forgive the sin. So for your own good, I won't glance, I won't stare. For your own good, do us a favor, pretend I don't care. I can't stand to see my love leave you in ruin. I'll erase you from this bed for your own good, for your own good. I can't be pleasant or on time. The guilt is wicked when you're on my mind. Your armies and I can both agree that you should stay away from me. So for your own good, I won't glance, I won't stare. For your own good, do us a favor, pretend I don't care. I can't stand to see my love leave you in ruin. I'll erase you from this bed for your own good, for your own good. Thank you very much.
Man, I'm imagining hearing that last song there with like a walking bass and the drums behind it. That would sound wicked cool.
Woo, all right, give it up for Nadine. New voice. Oh.
No.
Sorry, my bad. But, man, I felt like I just walked into a house of blues. You
That
listened to
was very
Yes.
cool. But between Nadine and Joe Broom, we're set. Hell yeah. Oh, look, we're invisible. Oh, wait, not anymore. Okay. That's the delay. That's the delay. I remember once Ernie B said a 30-minute delay. I was like, that would be a hell of a delay.
No, it's about 30 seconds because it's streaming back from the internet. So
Alrighty, and don't forget about the drink specials. What are they? There's going to be a quiz later. $4.25.
See,
Mixed
it's
well.
even cheaper than
I know, so it's cheaper than you thought. Go for it.
Hey, do you know what kind of drink it is when you mix scotch and vodka?
A hangover?
Russian sheep fucker.
What?
Russian sheep fucker.
I don't get it. What? Oh, lovely.
No, I would just call that a hangover. Honestly, I had a coworker at work who told me, he said, Debbie, I've never had a hangover before. Okay. How do I do it? Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious.
He wanted a hangover.
He wanted to experience a hangover.
Drink a bottle of MD 2020 and you'll have a hangover.
Yeah, I told him to drink every liquor that he could get his hands on. I said bourbon, scotch, whiskey, tequila, drink them all in the same night.
no.
And his brother took a picture of him face down on the floor. So yeah, I think it worked.
I will quickly say this though, because the shirt that I'm wearing.
What?
Because the shirt that I'm wearing, orange juice and vodka, which I think is a screwdriver.
Yes, it is.
Makes me think of Creepshow because of the drink that Stephen King had in the second story. Anyway, so.
Don't you just love the way he goes off to an angle that nobody else would have?
It's kind of just derails whatever we're talking about.
Anyway, he premiered last week, but returning to the stage, we have Joseph Fulmer.
Woo!
How's everybody doing? I can't believe I have to follow Russian sheep fucker. Jesus Christ. Dude, where do you get your meth? I want some. I understood none of that. What'd he say?
I don't know.
Oh, man. Yeah, this already feels like a bomb. So they say Jews are the greediest people, but I totally disagree. I've never met a Jew that I considered a person. Plot twist, I'm Jewish. Now you don't know what the fuck to do. There's nothing handy about handicapped people. I was drinking spring water in the wintertime. That joke is stupid, but I had to say it. I'm sponsored by Ozarka. Okay. So, my girl, she likes it when I pee on her, but then she got mad at me when she turned red. It's like, yeah, I pissed blood. It's the kind of meth I'm taking, man. It just fucking sucks. But she's a businesswoman, and she doesn't answer her phone much, so I sent her a dick pic through email. It immediately went to junk. I wanted it to be archived. So I read the I read the Constitution recently. I didn't know the Constitution was about having sex with animals. That. Oh God. Yeah, this is a bomb. So I think Rapunzel was a Pentecostal. Yeah, all right. They say you are what you eat. I guess that makes me a human. Or a pussy, he says. All right, you guys need to calm. This is getting out of hand. We can't just be yelling, or a pussy. Oh, man. I'm kind of slow. I was surprised when I realized the MacBook was not a McDonald's menu. All right. Really, the only get out of free card is a credit card. So I saw this really attractive woman, And I thought, God damn, I would fucking take you to the gym, you fat bitch. That killed in a room of all comics. So just think about that. I don't like how he's getting more laughs than me. But no, I think we should be nice to fat people. I think we should watch how we talk to them. Like, we should never use the phrase land well. Oh, you guys think that's mean? Shut up, dude. You're gonna... Shut up. Seriously, shut up. We should call them nicer things, like a buffet shark or a drive-through walrus. You guys are pussies. Fucking, I like fat people. It's a joke.
We like fat people too, goddammit. We like funny pussies.
You like funny people too? Yeah, I like people that can fucking make good music too. This is such a weird crowd. This is such a weird crowd. Like, you should not have laughed at that. Huh? I don't know. I'm an adult. Yeah, I got the light. I'm getting out of here. Thank you, guys.
So yes, that was Joseph Fulmer.
Woo! All right, give it up for him. And don't forget, Tom Moon always brings merch over here by the stage. And before you leave, make sure to come over and pop a couple balloons. It's a great stress reliever, especially at the end of the night. You're like, bitch. It's a lot of fun. All right, don't forget about the drink specials. Mixed Wells, $4.25. Go get yourself a giant cookie for the trip home. It's awesome. Lost in Thought. Who is next?
Coming. I think, is this another new voice?
I don't know.
One. Okay,
Okay,
no,
so
not
she-
a new voice.
Not a new voice.
Gently used voice.
Gently used. Jeez, Ernie B.
Why is that bad? That's
Can
not
you
bad.
can you think of a different term?
That's like when you buy something like a car that was gently used. It's, not used up, just gently used.
And Ernie B continues to dig the hole for himself deeper and deeper.
I don't think it's
it's there
like
you
new,
go. Thank
like
you.
new. So I'm gonna. Huh? What did Quinn say? I'm sorry.
Quinn said like new.
The term for it is like new.
I'm sticking with gently used.
So if you want to buy something online that someone's worn once, they'll call it like new.
There you go.
So the next performer is like new.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Quinn got it. Quinn got it. Go ahead, Lost in Thought.
So coming up next, we have Cassidy.
Hi. I have reading glasses on, so it's hard for me to see. Okay, I have two poems. I decided I'm going to read one in this microphone and one in that one. Be a little movement for the... Oh, that's tall. All right. This is my second time doing this, so if I'm shaky, don't make fun of me. But lately, I've been thinking about love and how I think it's the most important thing ever. So I wrote a little poem about it, and I titled it Licorice. And it says, to catch a feeling and describe it into words is the ultimate expression. We speak of our favorite songs and poets. We devour rhythm of life into conceptual lyrics. The meat is always the same. The words are what is chewy and raw. We take a bite when we listen, allowing the blood gush through our cheeks, pouring out of our lips and dripping down our chins. The pus and tissue in our bellies make us feel certain of connection. Truly, connection has existed beyond any sort of beginning and or end. It's nothing special or grand. It is only love. We dress up our speech and toss our brains in fluff and jam. We eat the perfect apple and always discard the core for its lack of flesh. But the flesh only exists for it has grown from the inside out. To understand and live in respect and true practice of love is an impossible task. Trying to achieve speaking only of love and living full of only love would result in insanity. To recognize its existence and its alwaysness is the closest thing to see the perception of its ribbon riot. To see and remember love is our only chance. Continue just to be as you are. Be whatever you are, whenever you are. Do not fight your internal reactions. Do not lie to yourself because of uncomfortable thoughts. Only love. It's the only thing you know anyhow. Thank you. Okay, I have one more. This one came from a daydream I had once. Kind of like a place where time doesn't exist. So it's titled Core. I find kindness in only the pit of eternity. There I lay in heap of slumbering minds. To who am I to determine its reality? Who am I to take a rest? The moon casts no shadow, for no one perceives the sun. What is this light that screams in our shallow home? We count our words rather than minutes and hum our thoughts rather than speak. I feel no confusion, for I am life, I am tree, I am city light, I am treasure. Ego is the ghost that stalks in my shadow, but it cannot find me here.
All right, give it up for Cassidy. God, I tell you, there's a lot of talented people here tonight. Seriously.
Love her. I'm glad that she moved to the second mic because I got a better camera shot of her.
Ooh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and if you ever need help on the mic,
there's the second
just
shot.
ask one of us. Yeah, right there. If you ever need help on the mic, just ask one of us. And see, good mic etiquette is kind of like when I was little, I would call it eating the microphone, where you're almost like this. Because especially if you're nervous, you kind of want to start, okay, my first poem is, and then we're just like, get closer to the mic, please.
And that's why, but you know what happens?
But nobody's done that tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, but what happens when people do that, the engineer, it could be not just me, any engineer, will tend to turn the microphone up louder to be heard, but then the mic starts to feed back a little bit, and then people will back off even farther because they're thinking that they're causing the feedback, and it's not. It's like the engineer just trying to turn the volume up, and you're on the brink of feedback.
We
and then
want you to be
and by
heard.
backing away, you're actually making it worse. So you stay right on top of the mic, and everything will be fine.
Yes.
The microphone is your friend.
Yes.
Love your microphone, but don't make it creepy. Okay, Lost in Thought. Who's coming up next?
So I believe he's actually performed here before, if I remember correctly.
As long as Ernie B doesn't say gently used, we're doing good.
But
nothing wrong with that.
But let's hear it for Alex Ollinger. I hope I said the last name right.
Thank you. I wrote this on an airplane. Thanks, man. No smoking. Use bottom seat cushion for flotation. Fasten seatbelt while seated. Fasten seatbelt while seated. Use seat bottom cushion for flotation. Who's got trioxide, ophthalmologist, white little pill subscriptions? Who's got artificially designed, pretzel-shaped, individually wrapped, altitude-adjusted, allergen-free, baby-safe, terrorism-repelling, American Airlines sponsored pretzels that taste like the stale, shitty idea of a pretzel? A vague discussion of a pretzel made by someone who could not articulate the word pretzel. A seat at 90 degrees. Everybody's iPhones. everybody's iPads, a child with a bag of sugar individuals shaped like rainbow bears, a late teenage young man in his early 20s with headphones with no cords, playing music at a volume that Helen Keller would awake to, taking pictures of the asphalt outside the window in the gray sky for his two friends to look at for 5 seconds and send back a message with one click, rolling on wheels, sitting on fake leather inside of a missile, with light blue cloth on face in case the wrong person coughs, but plenty of leg room. At least there is leg room. Sneaking puffs of minty vapor from a little rectangle, which I carried on in case of an explosion or fire, which would burn everybody's baggage in an unreachable compartment catastrophe and send the plane spiraling downward towards the earth in a flaming death acrobatics act, which people on the ground would see initially and think was impressive and maybe film or clap for, then realize that everyone was going to die and watch guiltily until we hit the ground and blew up in a mushroom cloud. Then they would go home and talk about it. Share the video. Unsolicited video of our/my untimely death or loss of legs/arms and or other limbs. And then, once they filled themselves with a validation and sympathy, they stole off my charred carcass or our charred carcasses. They would sit down and watch 5 different shows at once on 5 different devices and eventually fall into a dreamless slumber, all in boxes, and are overindulging, rocketing between clouds over skies. Thank you. This is, I wrote this when I took Adderall and I couldn't get an erection. It happened, dude. Only once. Orange pill nightgown capper, with your teeth like locked lizard grinning, and your eyes wide like madman maniac masterpieces, pacing around the room and typing, talking, ranting, legs crossed, back straight, mind wide open, 2 fingers slapping over keys, electric motor running, turned wide out, inside out, lasers out your eyelids, jazz man drummer drumming, faster, faster, lightning, jacked on jaw speed timing, make it something frightening. Mouth is sticking plaster to my stone dead string strung, pirouette suspension mental crashing, love making, rolling, kissing, licking, touching, when you cannot help from going, when you refuse to stop for nothing, when you cannot sleep till morning after, pressed out, laid down, whoring, worn out, thinned out, scoring, all for $4, orange 80/30. Thank you.
So let's hear it for Alex Olinger.
Woo!
So I'll say that made me think of 2 things. One, it kind of made me think of Bob Dylan. And then it also made me think of, there's this band called The Cribs, and they did this great song called Be Safe. And they have this, like, it's a song where they list a lot of things, but they do it very, like, in a very great way, I should say. But it also kind of made me think of that.
It made you think of Bob Dole?
Dylan.
Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
It's like, what the hell?
Not Bob Dole.
Well, see, Lost in Thought. This is kind
Bob
of
Dole and erection go hand in hand.
This is kind of what me and Ernie B were talking about
I'm trying to remember,
how most of the time when you're on the mic, it's like, and then you're expecting a laugh, and everyone's like, "What did he just say?" I'm right next to you, and I could barely understand you. See?
Yes.
One mask. One. Kids, this is what drugs does to you.
I think he's wearing like 9.
And I'm not even on drugs.
He is drugs.
He is drugs?
He is the substance that you don't want to abuse. Oh, dear God. I was digging myself a hole there. Sorry.
All right, well, let's move on.
Moving on. Lost in Thought.
A few men have done that in the past. So, coming up next, I think this next person's new.
Shiny and new.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait. Ask them if they're new.
I can't see where he is.
Okay.
Okay, no, he's not new.
So he's not new.
No, he's
So he doesn't get the booming voice. Got it.
He's gently like new.
Oh, here we go, Ernie B.
So let's hear it for Sam Prickett.
Hello. Hey, man. I want you guys to give it up for the last two people that went up because they're my best friends and I love them. I'm gonna do comedy now because I don't write poetry. I do write poetry, but I'm too insecure to tell you about it. No. Also, I wish you guys didn't say the Bob Dylan comment because it's gonna go to his head and he's gonna eat him alive. It's gonna be fucking hard to hang out with after this, but they soiled them. I had a weird day today. I had a stale fortune cookie. You ever eat a stale fortune cookie? No, it's terrible. It said some shit that happened last week, and let's see what else. I realized this recently. I realized golf is just hiking for Republicans. I have to. They're like, I like to be outside, but only if it's expensive. I'll only go if I have to pay a lot of fucking money for it. Republicans. Fascist pigs, dude, I agree. Goddamn fascist pigs. The political things, but I kind of like a rich Republican, though, a little bit, because at least it's, like, honest a little bit. They're like, I like money and I want to keep my money. And you're like, all right, yeah. Rich Democrat's a weird creature. They're like, we should all share. What about you? I'm good. I think I'm good on that. I do my part. I smiled at a homeless person today. That's enough, I think, in my mind. I think that's enough. So, I don't know. I'm not a Republican because I'm poor. I'm poor. I'm too poor to like care about the things I used to be like a really big conspiracy theorist. I'm too poor to care now. That's what I realized. I still have friends who are like, we faked the moon landing, and it's like I have $12. I don't care. I just don't give a shit. Kind of, if I'm being honest. Used to be. So I don't like that I'm watching myself up there. It kind of freaks me out. It's like I took acid and then I'm just looking at like fucking 5 seconds ago. I'm stuck in a fucking time loop right now. And honestly, it's not a lot of fun, but all right, just ignore the screens. Ignore the screens. Is that poor? Live here, I'm not from here. All my friends hunt here. I have a lot of friends that hunt. I was talking to him about it. My friend, he's a deer hunter, and I was talking to him about it. I was like, it seems pretty easy, you point a gun at a thing and then it dies. That's what he was like, actually, it's really hard to hunt for deer. There's like only specific places you have to shoot the deer. You shoot it in the legs if you're trying to get information out of it, is what you do. Where are the other deer hiding? Who's the head of this grazing game? We need to get the... What do you know about the 2016 election? I saw a bunch of emails that said, Dear Mrs. Clinton. And I want to know how you're involved. That's fine. Oh, man. All right. So, politics. Let's see. What do you want to talk about? Drugs. I like drugs, kind of. That's what this beanie says. I don't know. You like drugs too? That's surprising. No, they're great. Drugs are for smart people, actually. I'll do this, I guess. There's like classic, psychedelics are cool. It's the best drug, obviously, to do. But there's like a type of person that talks about like doing ayahuasca, like they talk about going back to college, and it's a little annoying. They're like, I'm gonna really get my life together by doing drugs in the woods. You know what I mean? Poser. That is a poser. Yeah, I want you to ruin your life with it. I do the bad type. I don't think they do. You do. I know you do. I see it in the eyes. Absolutely. It's a beautiful spirit there. Praise God, dude. We had a Zen conversation outside. It was nice. Also, it was funny. I was like, oh, is that like a weed thing? And you're like, no, I don't smoke weed for 10 years. He was like, and then you said you need to find your own antidepressant. I thought you were talking about some like life shit. Right, yeah. I thought you were talking about some like, just like, meditation or whatever. I was like, what's your psychedelic? And you're like, oh, Robitussin. It's stuck in my mind. It's fucking hilarious. But anyway. Robitussin. I don't know. I do bad. I wish I liked weed. I can't smoke weed. Last time I smoked weed, I Googled, what's that noise? That's not... And then Google was like, did you mean what's that behind you? And then I died and came back to life. I do bad drugs. Used to do cocaine a lot. That was like a couple fucking days ago. And that's a bad one. I've seen a lot of sunrises. You guys know about those? I've seen more sunrises than the horizon has, I think. That's a lot. It's like mockingbirds in the morning, too. Like, tweet, tweet, tweaker. And you're like, fuck you, dude. How do you... Very different people that hour of the morning. It's like 5 o'clock. People are like jogging before work. I'm like chain smoking cigarettes on a corner. People are like, good morning. I'm like, what do you mean morning? It's bright night still. Come a weird like fucking cocaine troll, just hanging out under a bridge, fucking trying to tell people riddles and shit. Well, it's black and white and red all over. And you're like, the newspaper? No, my fucking cock. I jerked off 5 times trying to go to sleep, and it's not fucking working, dude. So, that's been comedy. Thank you, man.
This is the first time I would have to pick up the mic.
But yes, let's hear it for Sam Prickett, proving that he is a comedian that can turn challenges into great opportunities. Yes.
I was going to say, if his friend, lets the Bob Dylan thing go to his head, just tell him no, the Bob Dole thing. Shut that down.
Yeah.
Shut that
you
down.
reminded Lost in Thought of Bob Dole. It's like, okay. That would be like somebody walking up to me and going, you know what? You really resemble Shelley Winters.
What?
Yeah, I know. And I just alienated the whole crowd because they're probably going, who the fuck is Shelley Winters? I just aged myself. Lost in Thought, take it away. Who's coming up next?
Coming up next. Let's hear it for Damen.
Wait a minute. You cannot leave early. It's $50. Oh, okay. He's got to smoke. It's okay. While Ernie B does what Ernie B does best, go ahead and go to the bar and treat yourself to a fresh drink, a giant cookie, or, dare I say, some delicious muffins from the cold case.
I'm finna sing a song for y'all. I'm fucking with you. I ain't gonna sing shit. I'd love to, though, one of these days. So my name is Dameen. I've been making music for a little while. And, you know, I was driving and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna perform something for y'all. It's been almost like a year. So forgive me if I'm a little rusty, dusty. Hello? Check, check, check. Do I sound good, y'all? Do I sound good? All right, bet. So this is something I made a little while ago. Can you turn up a little bit? And maybe put some reverb on me? Turn it up. Let's rock, 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 rock. Now sway, sway. 78724 zip code. This the type of shit that make me feel ice cold. Fresh cut OG for the ones that ain't know. Always been solid, never been so. Pull up with the team and we all on go. I can serve any stage with a squad or solo with a pose. Press them, they fold. I got these hating niggas froze. They out of control. I'm finna put my city on. I'm taking control. I'm finna put my city on. Rock, 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 rock. Rock, then I sway, 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 sway. Yeah, rock, 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 rock. Now sway, 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 sway. Bounce with it, drop with it, lean with it, rock with it. My Cortez is too fresh, I'ma rock to it. My new 43X got some pop to it. Make your money move fast, push some options to it. I got the drip and the drip, babe, I stay fluid. John, you lames in the wave of our whole movement. Leave your shawty on the glaze when she goes stupid. Knuckled up, finna blaze on these niggas, bruh. I'm Johnny Cage with the kicks and the uppercuts. I'm in your lane, in your frame, bringing pain. Spelt in all caps, Dameen was the name. Hey, 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 hey. How's that sound, y'all? All right, cool. I'm gonna do one more. I released a project back in April called Zip Code. Can you turn it up just a little bit? Like I don't feel it. I'm not trying to make everybody deaf, but look where we started. Hey. Look where we started. Now we, hey, yeah. Look where we started. Now we at it again. I'm in my element. I'm surfing waves on this shit. Yeah, we in. We in. We in. We in. Look where we started. Now we at it again. I'm in my element. I'm surfing waves on this shit. Yeah, we in. We in. We in. We in. Feel like I'm the fucking mayor. MVP, babe, I feel like I'm a fucking player. Overseas, I'm a OP, jiggy little OG. Cortez is on the gas, spin the corners, tired smoking. I ain't tryna link with you. Not a thought on my mind, want a piece on my wrist. See it once, you go blind. Not a slave to the chain. I got land on my mind, plant the seed, grow the grain, multiplied in the vibe. Now we at it again. I'm in my element. I'm surfing waves on this shit. Yeah, we in. We in. We in. We in. Look where we started. Now we at it again. I'm in my element. I'm surfing waves on this shit. Yeah, we in. We in. Yeah. Alright. Had a couple days, I ain't even wanna wake up. Sticking with the place, tryna re-up on this cake, yeah. I don't rock with lambs cause they never catch a layup. Finna flood the gates, kick it down, feeling, let it go. Hear the cannons down the road. 78724 zip code on go. Feel my presence in the smoke. Execute the plan, dip off in the UFO, look where we started. Now we at it again. I'm in my element. I'm surfing waves on this shit. Yeah, we in. We in. We in. We in. Look where we started. Now we at it again. I'm in my element. I'm surfing waves on this shit. Yeah, we in. We in. We in. We in. Ba da 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 da. Say we in. We in. We in. We in. 78724 zip code on go.
Técnicamente es.
Pop quiz. What's the drink special tonight? I got you.
The bass was rumbling so thick that my camera 3, which is a long zoom from next to the stage all the way back to me, was causing the video to like vibrate. It was going in waves. It was weird.
Well,
but
we'll look at the video later.
yeah. Also, I mean, like, this goes mainly for like to the musical performers. Don't feel bad about like asking you to turn it up, because I don't know how it sounds up there to you. You know, I take no offense in that. You know, do you need more? I'll give you more. You know, but I don't know. You know, it's because there's some people that they won't say anything, and then they'll come off the stage. I couldn't hear shit up there. It's like, well, you didn't have to say anything. You know. So that's my job, is to turn it up.
Say something.
Yeah.
Because Ernie B wants to make everybody sound first class.
Yeah, I ran monitors professionally for like big touring bands, and it was my job to get yelled at. That's what I did for a living. I need more guitar, and that's only because it's a loud environment. Everyone yells, you know, and then they come after the show. Sorry about all the yelling. I just, it's just loud. I go, no, it's cool, it's cool. That's part of the job, you know. But yeah. Oh, let me put you guys on camera. There you are.
That reminds me of another guideline. That don't be afraid to pimp your stuff.
Yes. That's right.
Yeah.
I totally forgot to mention that.
If you have records, if you have like an online presence of any, well, not records. If you have online presence of any sort,
vinyl is actually making a comeback. So.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to figure out what the back of my shirt says.
But yeah, if you have anything to promote yourself, definitely promote it.
And what was this last performance name? I missed.
Damen.
Okay.
Oh.
It's Hold on.
That's a really long delay. I'm still waiting for
Did we have a Richard Carlson perform here?
No. But it's DHAAMIN, Damen.
Okay. No, because somebody on the chat posted their SoundCloud, which is fine.
Yes, that's what you need to do. Your SoundCloud, your Bandcamp. Do you have any product? Do you have a chapbook? Do you have a CD? Hey, let us know. What? Oh. Okay, yes. It never happened for me. I'm sorry, I was trying to see what was on the back of my shirt. I was holding my hair up.
Oh, here.
Anyway, but you switched the camera angle, Ernie.
There.
But
it says Shock Rocker.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Okay. This is my first time wearing this.
But I'm going to introduce the next person.
And who is it?
One of our more recent voices, but she's becoming a favorite. But let's hear it for Nicole.
Which chord is it? I know, I've done a lot of different stuff up here. I've read poetry, I did stand-up, and now I'm going to play the guitar, which either means I'm multi-talented or have way too much free time. It's for you to decide. But I usually play my guitar at open mic nights, so the poetry and stand-up's kind of new for me, but I write a lot of my own music, and this is some new stuff. I haven't really played in front of anyone yet, so y'all are the first to hear it. But we'll see how it goes. I wrote these about a boy that I met back in September, and like any true musician, I did not tell him how I felt. I wrote a song about it. So, we'll see how it goes. I can turn my guitar up. I don't know if it's...
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, there we go. Cool. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Wanna catch your eyes like I caught this feeling, like fireflies on a summer evening. Wanna hold your hand like I'm holding my breath. I'm terrified of what happens next. Can you tell that I'm nervous? 'Cause I can't read your mind. Can you tell that I'm nervous? I'm terrified, 'cause I'm not real clear what's happening here. But I know you're gonna break my heart, and I'm so confused when it comes to you. These last 2 weeks tore me apart, but I'll keep fighting for you. And I hope I mean the same to you. Wanna pull you close like I pull on my sleeves when I'm nervous, but I don't want you to see. Wanna tell you everything. It'll be too much too soon. It'll just scare you away. Can you tell that I'm nervous? 'Cause I can't read your mind. Can you tell that I'm nervous? 'Cause I'm terrified. 'Cause I'm not real clear what's happening here. But I know you're gonna break my heart, and I'm so confused when it comes to you. These last 2 weeks tore me apart, and I'll keep fighting for you. And I hope I mean the same to you. Wanna steal your blanket so you come closer, hold your hand till the movie's over, fall asleep with my head on your shoulder. And you keep pushing me away, and if that's what you want, that's where I'll stay. Wanna steal your blanket so you come closer, hold your hand till the movie's over, fall asleep with your head on your shoulder. And I hate to admit the fact that I'm thinking about you tonight when I'm not sure if this is really over. 'Cause I'm not real clear what's happening here. But I know you're gonna break my heart, and I'm so confused when it comes to you. These last 2 weeks tore me apart, but I'll keep fighting for you. And I hope I mean the same to you. All right, I got one more that is slightly less rehearsed, so bear with me. You scare the hell out of me. You walk in a room, I forget how to breathe. Make me wonder, do you wonder about me? But I won't say anything. You're so out of my league. Somehow you still think I'm funny. You won't know what it means to me. All the little things, all the movies, they were right about this feeling of butterflies. Country songs weren't making it up, and the princess was really in love. Am dreaming or is this real? Reality seems hazy and I don't wanna fall asleep. If this is just a dream, I'll keep daydreaming. Fairy tales have a tragic ending, but you and me, this is just the beginning. The end of the day, I hope that you stay. You say that you can't remember, so I'll spell it out like a broken record, a song that'll play in my head over and over and over again. All the movies, they were right about this feeling of butterflies. Country songs weren't making it up, and the princess was really in love. Am I dreaming or is this real? Reality seems hazy and I don't wanna fall asleep. If this is just a dream, I'll keep daydreaming. I got used to being used to take whatever they want. I was tied to being lied to, and it's stupid to think I was stuck. I got used to being used to take whatever they want. I was tied to being lied to, and it's stupid to think I was stuck. But the movies, they were right about this feeling of butterflies. Country songs aren't making it up, and the princess is really in love. Am I dreaming or is this real? Reality seems hazy and I don't wanna fall asleep. You feel just like a dream. I'll keep daydreaming. I'll keep daydreaming. Thank you. Maybe next week I'll find a new talent to get up here and do. I'll let you know.
She's a great comedic storyteller. She can sing. Is there anything she can't do?
She is a Renaissance woman. Give it up for Nicole.
Let's hear it for Nicole.
Woo! Oh, and Nicole, I automatically love your song because it's 6/8.
Yes.
I love any song in 6/8. Any song. It's like, no wonder I like it. It's in 6/8. I know, I'm a weirdo.
Okay, see, now they're leaving. See, but you can't leave.
I started talking about 6/8.
No, you can't leave unless you pay the $5 cover charge. See, it's free to walk in, but it's $5 to leave
Before the show
unless
is
you
over.
stay to the end of the show.
Or your soul.
Unless, of course, you give the bartender a really nice tip before you split.
I wonder how many people take us seriously when we say that.
They're like, bitch, shut up.
Shit.
So
now I got to stay till 10.
I'm going to introduce the next person.
We're joking. We're joking.
But I think he's a new voice. He is a new voice.
Wait. Is he a new voice? Are
Yes.
you a new voice? Give it to me. New voice.
Let's hear it for David Brown.
Sorry, I got to be that guy. How's that? Good?
Mhm.
My voice is dynamic, so I'll try to watch the volume pull back off the mic if I need to.
Well, I've been wandering, searching for some place to rest my weary head and save me from my wicked fate. A back alley rendezvous. I can't stop, Lord, until I'm through, yeah. I get my fix and come undone, hide my face from the morning sun. The devil's inside of me. Lord knows he won't set me free. I fold my head before I lose and make life or death mine to choose. The devil's inside of me. Lord knows he won't set me free. I drag the blade across my flesh because I'll never be free until the day that I'm dead. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I drag the blade across my flesh because I'll never be free until the day that I'm dead.
Thank you. It's the original song called Devil Inside of Me. You can check me out at waywardblues.com. That's WAYWARD blues.com. And that's where my original stuff is at. So this is another original song called I'm Coming Home. Well, okay. Maybe I can figure out how to play. I didn't eat anything, and then I got all jacked up on coffee. So that's my excuse anyway. Let's go with this. Well, I light another smoke, and I take another toke. Another shot of whiskey till the bottle's empty and bloodshot eyes. I can't lift my weary head and I keep talking to myself, but everything's been said and I'm just a weary traveler along this winding road, and my back is overburdened, but my pace I cannot slow. And the sun is burning down upon me from the midday sky, and the sweat upon my brow is stinging in my eyes. I'm too hot-blooded to feel this cold. I'm far too young to feel this damn old. I've so far left to roam. I'm coming home. My past is close behind me. It's gnashing at my heels. I think I've found my sanctuary over one last hill. But as I stumble closer, it disappears into the sand. And I've gambled everything I've got, now I have to fold my hand. I'm down upon my knees and I can't manage one more step. And I fought with every ounce of strength, I'm down to my last breath. And I keep scanning the horizon, searching for my saving grace. And I've prayed to every God I know to take me from this place. I'm too hot-blooded to feel this cold. I'm far too young to feel this demo, and I've so far left to roam, but I'm coming home. Lying torn and battered, so near my journey's end. Quick impulse and darkened vision seems only to portend what lies beyond the misty veil, slowly closing in, are the pitch black Plutonian shores of eternal oblivion. The inexorable hand of negation is my only guiding force, and it seems to drag me helpless ever down my fateful course. And so completely cowed is my searing palsied will that I've nothing to arrest my slide towards everlasting nil. Flow to say, my blood's run cold, and in the distance a mournful death knell tolls. I've nowhere left to roam, I'm coming home. Thank you. Again, my name is David Brown. My brand is Wayward Blues and Company, and you can check me out at waywardblues.com, WAYWARD blues.com.
I was going to ask what that says on your jacket there. Wayward Blues.
Wayward Blues and Company, we've been providing our audience with premium soul since 2020.
All
I don't
right.
know, not very long actually. Anyway.
All right, give it up for David Brown. Woo! That was positively electric. I slipped out to the ladies' room real quick, and then I came out in the first song. It was like, boom.
Yeah, he wasn't lying about having a very dynamic voice, especially on that first number. But thank goodness I always keep a compressor with about 3-4 dB of gain reduction, just in case I get somebody like that. Kind of takes care of those. Because without it, it would have been screaming loud. I mean, not that it wasn't loud, but if I turned off the compressor, you would know.
Okay, Ernie B.
A compressor is a very hard thing to try to describe to people because it doesn't do anything. I mean, it does something, but you can't hear it.
Ernie B, moving right along.
I had to give a seminar one time, an hour-long seminar about compression.
Ernie.
It was very difficult.
Ernie.
And there was a bunch of musicians, and it was like deer in the headlights. Like,
Coming up next, dear God, you better be glad that nobody had like chamomile tea or anything.
and I had a representative for Presonus Electronics with me, and he was like, we were like,
okay, Ernie.
how do we
look.
make him understand? Okay.
Ernie, you're making people get up. Come on, man, cut it out.
Okay.
All right, coming up next to the stage, you know him, you love him, you still haven't figured him out. Give him up for Lost in Thought.
He's already up there.
Yep. I thought I would do some new shit.
New shit.
The Escape.
Pick a mic.
Hold on. Right. The first thing that comes to mind when thinking of you is the escapist question you asked. If I yell at this inanimate object that has absolutely no feelings or emotion whatsoever, is that going to make you think of your abusive caregiver? Well, this wasn't exactly what you said. It might as well have been. And at this time, I thought it sweet. Mind you, that was the only way I could find myself to the light, latching on to small pieces of kindness that you carelessly let fall from your hand, as if it were nothing more than trash, and doing a side glance that profiles your face like an afterthought, while saying, "You can have that," as if we were in some kind of abusive relationship, and we were only roommates. I meekly responded, saying it wouldn't, not even considering what I should have asked. Not even thinking to say, "Funny, you asked me if directing your anger towards this thing would drudge up any abusive memories. Yet, You didn't ask me this when you yelled, "Nice going, dumbass," to my face for locking the top lock, after you already did the same thing to me while I was on the phone with a possible employer. While I was in our home, my nerves already on edge from being jobless and trying to find any kind of stability. You didn't think to ask me, you didn't ask me this at the times you decided to sit out in the living room and laugh at top volume when you knew I was in my room working from home, taking calls, not at all caring how your voice ruptured through the edges of my door, thinking that a towel or a blanket would do the trick. You didn't ask me all the times you found words and phrases to sneak through your vocabulary like you were force-feeding a poor soul strapped down to a chair with a vicious leather soaked in the poisonous venom of your cruel, cruel tongue that you whipped effortlessly with acidic flames, bitterly charring the toxic potholes buried deep in the absolute heartlessness from your hurtful wit. And even after I moved out, I still found pathways back to the gravel-ridden tentacles that you seemed to manufacture from the crude webbing that sliced open your palms in these lacerations to feel nothing, created with the same anesthesia that corrodes your veins, walking your dog, doing your bidding, and even when I apparently lost your doggy bags, you spoke to me in the same way you always did, messaging me at around 9 o'clock at night. You there? You need to retrace your steps wherever you walked the dog since you lost his poop bags. I just took him out for a walk and had to grab a roll from the box and put it in my pocket since his nice poop bags and dispensers are gone in all capitals, which was not the case when you left with him earlier. This wasn't even you upset. Like the time I was microwaving tuna fish and cheese and you asked me in that accusatory tone, "What are you doing?" As if I was doing something wrong, something I should be punished for, something that I should know better than to do, and it was as if I was nothing more than a child that you were about to take a cane to. And I didn't realize how triggering this tone was to me until later. And the thing is, you knew that I had this mark in my childhood. You knew I had a caregiver that instilled into me these pieces of fear. You knew how she pounded and found power in keeping children not in line, but to keep them beneath her with their sheer ferocity, with the smack of her hand or her cane, with the forcefulness of her words that bit into me and took chunks out of my psyche, leaving my small world perspective with bleeding wounds. And still, you persisted. Still, you had this accusatory way of addressing me, finding ways of making normal conversations into talking down to me. You may have done nice things for me every now and then, getting me a new wallet, even buying me a 23andMe kit, but I didn't realize that this may have been what love bombing is referred to. The act of abusers to keep you hooked by coming back to you with a desperate pleas, by making everything that has made them hurtful and harmful, by dousing themselves in gifts. The same way one would bathe in putrid perfume or cologne and assault the air with this singeing scent. "Oh, I'm sorry, baby, it'll never happen again." And even though we were not in any kind of stereotypical relationship, I, a gay man, you, a heterosexual woman that is as oddly, fiercely liberal as I am myself, and you still treated me as unimportant as you would discarded food that you would choke a garbage disposal with. I was your friend. If this was how you treat friends, I can't help but to think of how you treat people you don't like. This was why, after about a month ago, long after I cut you out of my life, when I went to take my COVID test that later turned out to be negative, I ran across you and I only nodded. keeping my headphones on. I saw you say something, but I thought it better to keep you out of my head. You're already in there enough, and you've overstayed your welcome.
Ding dong, the toxic bitch is gone. Give it up for Lost in Thought. Woo! I tell you that we have had talks before. I'm like, why do you keep answering her texts? Huh? I mean, she would talk to him like, yo, slave, go walk my dog. I'm like, oh no. I'd be like, bitch, it's your dog. Walk
Because
it
believe
yourself.
us, after the show, we always give Lost in Thought a ride home, and we would hear it.
Man.
But I'm glad you did that, man. That's cool.
Thank you.
Man, honestly, if she had messed with you anymore, she would have looked like ground beef. I'm sorry. Nobody messes with my little brother but me. All right? All right? I'm the only one that messes with him.
Like that scene on Guardians of the Galaxy. Nobody talks to my friends like that. Drax, remember?
All righty, Lost in Thought. What is next? Who is next?
Actually, so we have a lightning round.
Oh, lightning round for Virtual Land. Are you guys still there?
I see. I feel like remember Romper Room? Who do we should pull out that mirror and like who do I see? Tom. I see Jonathan. I see Clint the poet. I see Reggie Goodwin.
That's a little too early for me, Ernie. I don't remember Romper Room.
You never watched Romper Room? Wait, hold on. I might have you muted your video. Hold on. Are you there?
But after that, we have after the
lightning round.
We have our last live voice after that.
Okay. All right.
Oh, there you
Okay.
are.
So Lost in Thought. Give them the order that they're coming in.
Okay. I'll give you back the list. All right. So we have Birdman 313, Clint the poet, Jonathan Carlson, and Reggie Goodwin.
All right, take it away, Virtual Land.
I think Jonathan's off.
Oh, he's frozen?
So,
yeah.
Probably he always had a good smile.
Yeah, I think Jonathan is off.
Okay, so make the list without Jonathan.
So Birdman 313, Clint the poet, and Reggie Goodwin.
All right, take it away, guys.
All right, this one here, I might have read this before and might not. It's titled Dreaming of a Fantasy. I will try to help you dry the tears you cry, so you don't dwell on the love you've lost. I will try to soothe your soul and mend your heart. The wind blows cold against your skin, but in my arms you will feel warm again. Lay your pretty head and body next to me. Go to sleep and dream sweet, relaxing dreams. Soon your future will start to look bright. Your hopes will once again come alive. One day you will look back on this time. You will no longer cry or be tripping off the edge of the world with the enticement of drugs or the temptation of fools. Chase your dreams through the cold, dark shadows. Explore your psychedelic dreams. Look into your spirit to find tomorrow. The voice of lust and desire that lives in your mind caresses your thoughts of internal desire. Allow the words from the pen of the poet to kiss your heart and set your soul on fire. I have my hands on the box of forevermore. My curious fingers can no longer delay, opening up to free your mind. I want to roam around inside your head and kiss your heart with my warm breath. Leave your body and fly with your spirit. Soar above the heavens and become a goddess in the sky. Catch your dreams and you will shine forever. Tomorrow will not end until you reach the moon. Thank you.
All right, Clint, you're up next.
The meaning of life. What is the meaning of life, many ask? How do I find the meaning? What is the path? Many have provided their own philosophies as to how this is achieved, but some are not relieved, as some people on their quest will stop along their journey and inquire from others who may or may not know. Some folks wander high and low, desperately wanting to know, not finding the answer, but still never giving up hope. Some people end their journey never finding out, not discovering as much as one clue. Many travel far to the highest mountaintop and sail across many oceans in search of this truth. But the answer does not reside with others in faraway places. The answer lies within you. You need not search far and wide. Just be still, close your eyes, and search your mind. Meditate and contemplate and explore the question for which you will find the answer that exists within the vast space of your consciousness. Enlighten yourself by searching within and experience true providence. It is there and nowhere else that you will find the answer at last. What is the meaning of life? Achieving a state of perfect peace by staying true to oneself, by following your own path. Thank you.
All right. Now, Reggie.
This piece was inspired by a comment from Congressman Adam Schiff that maybe Jeff Bezos' wealth can be better spent lifting young people out of poverty than on vanity, joyride, penis starships, just spitballing. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all rich, cisgender, property, white men are created equal. It's probably how the founding fathers understood, wrote, and read the text, as do their so-called libertarian descendants. It clears the scales from the eyes of what conservatives meant by original intent. Russell Kirk wrote a book in 1951 called The Conservative Mind, their political Bible in perspective that is consistent 7 decades since. His premise: without clearly defined classes and a social hierarchy to manage the masses, if college students, women, people of color ever got close to political power and wealth of rich, cisgender, property, white men, Sodom and Gomorrah, Ragnarok, and Armageddon would commence. Ignorance must be designed into the curriculum. Civics morphed into social studies, evolutionary biology into creation pseudoscience. Teach American exceptionalism and manifest destiny, not our country's actual history. Geez, are you crazy? Russell Kirk's direct students were William F. Buckley, who debated and lost to James Baldwin at the University of Cambridge, and Barry Goldwater, who was thought too crazy to have the nuclear codes. The 2016 election said, "Never fear, hold my beer," in 140 misspelled characters or less. Just spitballing. Safety is the foundation of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. 40 years ago, Reagan began the task of shipping middle-class jobs overseas, destroying employee unions, giving tax cuts with stolen money from Social Security. NAFTA was started by his vice, then President George Herbert Walker Bush, continued after the 94 midterms by Bill Clinton. The Dems lost the House and got shook to show Democrats were as fiscally conservative as any Republican. The aftermath was the safety net was ripped from beneath the feet of the middle class that covers all cultures and so-called colors. When you're fearful, you're open to manipulation by malevolent machinations. A new and shocking feeling after 400 years of guarantees your group will always have the front of the church pew or the bus, good neighborhoods, white picket fences, white unions, restrictive covenants, GI Bills that gave home loans and paid college bills for World War II white soldiers and sailors, but not my dad and his fellow veterans of color. Coming out of the closet was a death warrant. Every society with such a hierarchy needs a pariah. Blacks, Latinos, gypsies, and Jews, immigrants, LGBT, women, to justify why things are so bad compared to the way they used to be in pie in the sky, fascist fantasies, and I alone can fix it mentalities. Just spitballing. African Americans, women, LGBT, Hispanic, Latino, millennials, Gen Z represents the hell breaking loose. American oligarchs have been trying to fix since Russell Kirk. Joe Manchin just lied about changing the filibuster to a talking filibuster. In total, 161 exceptions to the filibuster's supermajority requirement have been created between 1969 and 2014, according to an analysis by the Brookings Institution's Molly Reynolds. Just spitballing. But if I, a non-lawyer, can find this info, what contempt do Manchin, Sinema, and every Republican senator have for American citizens? They frankly think the electorate is dumber than a box of rocks, and their actual constituents are their donors. Just spitballing. Maybe ignorance and fascism was always the break glass scheme in case of expanded democracy overwhelmingly demanded by marginalized groups. Perspective. Am I the only one who feels that our historical poetry of this nation's origins amounts to 4 centuries of self-gaslighting that we call American exceptionalism? Did climate change, income inequality pointed out since Occupy Wall Street, science denialism, anti-vaxxing, tribalism, the pandemic, and January 6, 2021 ripped the scales off our eyes and reveal we're not e pluribus unum? A suggestion. After 400 years of bullshitting, the myriad threats to the human species' existence, if you want e pluribus unum, try teaching civics instead of social studies. If you want rational citizens, try teaching science instead of fantasies. Give the tools of the citizenry to the citizens. Maybe start trying democracy, rule of the people, for once. Isn't that better than waiting for Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson, and Elon Musk to save us? I'm just spitballing.
That was tight there. Ooh.
Yeah.
Spitballing.
All right, give it up for the lightning round. Birdman 313, Clint the poet, and Reggie Goodwin.
Yes. But before we finish, I'm just going to bring up our last voice.
Before we finish?
Actually, no.
Not
Before we
after
go
we
on,
finish?
sorry,
Okay.
I misspoke. Before we go on, I'm going to bring up our last voice because I want him up here, because we still have an audience. But
and I have to say,
This is why we call him Lost in Thought.
and I have to say a little word of encouragement. I know a lot of people have left the venue already, but we still have people watching online.
Yes.
And
Yes, Ernie said at the top we had about 10?
like 10 people watching
10
at
viewers?
home.
Cool.
And that's not including our online participants. So there's still an audience out there.
Yeah. But I think, are you a new voice? Yes.
New voice.
But you haven't performed before, you said? No, I haven't performed since pre-COVID. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, welcome back. But not in this city. But let's hear it for Charsky.
I think you said earlier this one gives you a better shot. I think you said earlier this one gives you a better shot on the camera. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, 'cause that balloon's kind of throwing
all
things
right,
off a little
all right. I'll make sure to eat the mic, by the way. What's said is done, enchantments, charms, how actions manifest from mere wisps of breath. The power of promises made to others, to the self, to immediate effect, effected change when spoken honestly, earnestly, and make themselves kept. When the self becomes actualized in a mantra of words, the self needing the self to listen and to be heard, said, I am. And the description followed is what one shall be, so say, I am yours. In whole and fracture is this promise kept. In whole and fracture am I yet. What's said is done. Accursed are the words that make truths out of deceit, that in the future keep and must keep, such that the truth that wants to be let sing is instead left to gangrene. There is no way now to sound sincere when wrote in no unclear terms, in passion, now bends me to breaking, to time to you. Those words intended, but not given to you. I'll not risk forgiveness. I shall await your judgment just the same, when every action might be retroactively made into moments of purest joy or deepest wells of pain. Thank you very much.
All right, give it up for Charsky. Last voice of the night.
Your poem, Charsky, kind of made me think of a poetic version of Night Gallery, which was a this, I think, was it a sequel? The series that followed the Twilight Zone.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Was it pre or after?
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
Whoa, Birdman understood the reference. Yeah.
but great piece to end on, truly.
Oh, and I just want to let you guys know, look up the Spoken and Heard Instagram. You're both on there, both David and Charsky. That almost sounds like a crime fighting team, but I'm gonna.
David and Charsky.
A 70s cop show and stuff.
Hey, 70s cop shows had the most awesome themes.
They had the best theme music.
Yes, they did. They did.
Yeah. Back when they hired real bands to compose the music. Okay. They would jam, you know.
Okay, like I was saying earlier, this has been an incredible night. Oh my God.
Yes, it has.
Oh, and don't forget, we probably should have said this earlier
Yeah.
when everyone was here, but don't forget to like the Spoken and Heard page on Facebook.
Yes. It's the one that has the YouTube links to the video. You'll see that, like that one. It's the one that says like, not add friend. I don't know if the add friend one is still there.
It's still there, but the fan page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, should I do the thing?
Yes, let's do the thing.
You have been witness to the best, the baddest open mic in the ATX. Spoken and Heard live every Sunday night at Kick Butt Coffee, Music, and Booze. It's not just an open mic, it is a show, and it's not a show without each and every one of you, including you, Charsky and David. Thank you and good night. Woo!
All right.